A couple of weeks ago, between New Year's Eve on December 31st, 2024, and January 2nd, I was admitted to an emergency department because I had some lingering chest problems that start to get a little troubling. I'm fine now, nothing to really be worried about, no concerns, no best wishes needed, right? Like I'm fine now. That's the good news, right? But it was interesting being in the hospital for 48 hours, well, a little bit over that actually now, for 2 days and some change straight, and not being able to do anything. I couldn't watch TV. My phone was dead because the only TV that was in that room was being occupied by the other person I was sharing the room with. In the emergency department, they didn't have private rooms, right? I was just sitting in one room with another guy who was coughing his lungs up every like 10-20 minutes. And at the time, it felt like the worst experience ever, but there's a silver lining to everything, because for the first time in God knows how long, I sat there and did nothing. And if any of you guys are like me, you're constantly on your phones, listening to music, at the gym, doing a job, studying for something, or always have something going on to the point where you're constantly stimulated. But it's funny when you have a certain amount of peace in doing nothing, literally nothing. It's weird. It gives you time to reflect on certain things. And for those of you guys who have stuck around on my channel, you know I haven't streamed for, this is going on a month and a half. And ever since I first blew up finally on YouTube, I can't remember the last time where I've went this long without streaming or without posting some kind of video, especially related to an update or like maybe even a high kill game and something along those lines. December 16th, I was supposed to have a Goober night with all of my Goobers, right? The first one in a long time. And the truth is, I didn't want to have it because I knew that it wasn't going to be much of a Goober night. When it comes to my community, I take it very serious, everything that I do with YouTube. But the truth is, sometimes like there just isn't an audience, there isn't a demand for something. So I might have a community night where only like 5 or 10 people want to play in like a 4-hour time period. And I was like, oh, damn, that kind of sucks. But it's really just a reflection of my effort as a content creator, right? If I don't put out enough content, if I don't make anything that's interesting, or if I don't keep my audience's attention, then of course results like that are going to happen. Unfortunately, what had happened a week after that is that I got shadow banned, which meant that I couldn't even play COD for the rest of that year. So a couple of days, I want to say it was like December 19th, I got shadow banned. I wasn't leaving to go home until like the 21st, 22nd. So I was going to spend the holidays with my family, but I couldn't even end the year on a good note simply because Activision said, oh, you got enough reports. Cool. You must be cheating. We're going to shadow ban you on my account that I've had for going on 3 years now. Never had one inkling, not one shadow ban before, never been permabanned, none of that. Not on this count, at least. Shit. So I remember sitting there in that hospital bed, kind of doing a lot of reflection on the state of Call of Duty, the state of my career in gaming and YouTube and content creation as a whole. And it was pretty insightful to be able to sit there in silence and do nothing and have to deal with that and have to sit in that, I'm not going to call it failure, but from where I've been, for the most of you, or I guess you can say the few of you who've been here the entire inception of my YouTube channel to the point where we are now, it's been an insane roller coaster. And I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things, and I'm going to put timestamps at the bottom of this video. So if you don't want to hear this part and you want to go all the way to the Call of Duty stuff and the state of the game right now, do me a favor and you can just fast forward. You can see the bookmarks down below. A couple of years ago in Rebirth Island, when things peaked in 2022, like this is post-pandemic, I had a fucking blast. I mean, Warzone had a chokehold on me. I loved this game from the bottom of my heart for all of its flaws, including the cheaters that existed at that time, all of the BS metas that we essentially had with zero recoil, great fire rate, you can kill anybody from a million meters away. For as bad as Call of Duty was, it was still a really good game, and I had an amazing time playing it. It was the most fun I've had since I was a kid, outside of utter real like IRL stuff that I've done, right? In terms of gaming, I can't remember the last time I had that much fun playing a game. And I remember when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I remember watching it at COD Next, watching other streamers play this game, knowing this was going to be the worst experience, the worst Call of Duty to come out since Call of Duty Ghosts, maybe. It was absurd. I could just see it from a mile away. Everything was slow. They looked at everything. And I mean everything that made Warzone 1 successful, and they went away from it. The movement in Warzone 1 was smooth. There were certain mechanics that you could do, like going into a slide into a drop shot, or bunny hopping, simple stuff, or even shouldering into a drop shot. I mean, simple things that made the game so unique, so special. It was so fine-tuned. It was so balanced. I loved Warzone 1, and they completely 360'd. Infinity Ward took that and said, yeah, that works great, but fuck that. We're gonna do our own thing. And they completely ran that game into the ground. I don't care if you're a casual player. I'm telling you, legit, if you go to the player count from Rebirth Island, from Verdansk, from 2020 to like 2022, and then you go straight into Modern Warfare 2, you will see the steepest drop off in player count. I would say even steeper than what it is right now, and right now it's pretty fucking bad. And I remember playing this game being miserable every single day because everything that made me special and everything that made me enjoy that game was gone. Everything. Anything that made me unique as a content creator was gone. And the good news is I had to reinvent myself, which was really dope because now I can't just sit here, get 30, 40 kills, get 10 clips in one game, post that on YouTube Shorts, and bada bing, bada boom, here we are. I get all this money and I get all these views and all these subscribers because now you actually have to try and do something unique. And now I remember going into Modern Warfare 2 thinking, Jesus, bro, like I'm hating this game. I can't even enjoy it, even at its most foundational level, because now when I try to enjoy it, when I try to be funny or have dialogue or be creative, I would still be hampered by the mere fact that the game itself wasn't entertaining to be watched by viewers. Right? There are certain people like I know Cup of Joe blew up. I know TCAP. Well, excuse me, I'm not gonna say they blew up. They already had great success, but at that point, they had even more success with Modern Warfare 2. I know people who like Timmy Toucans and who was it? I think it was Shady and Sally's a Dog. Even then, their content did amazing because their content wasn't predicated on their skill, right? So it made me very uncomfortable being in this situation where a couple of months ago, I was averaging 300 to 400 people a stream. I mean, I was in this room right now, jumping around, screaming, hooting and hollering, right? Because it was like the best time. I'm playing a great game. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing with the community that I've curated and I've loved all the more, right? I used to have people in here 24/7. Like the first minute of my stream, we would have 100 people in here. Like I went to go grab some water. I came back. I'm like, shit, who did I not say hi to? Like I gotta scroll back and I'm like, hey, shout out Fias, shout out Alton, shout out, blah, 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 Faye Jr., what's up? You know what I mean? And now I'm at the point where I hated waking up and like, fuck, I'm supposed to like playing video games. I'm supposed to tell people I'm a YouTuber, I play Call of Duty and make Call of Duty content, and I hate what I fucking do. And people were like, well, you're playing video games, right? How bad can it be? And the truth is, you're right. How bad can it be? I'm playing video games. And that's the worst part about it, because now I feel ungrateful. I'm saying all this to say, like, we'll call this a little vent session or whatever. I say all this to say that it's incredible how far you can feel like you've come and still be in the same place. Denzel Washington has a quote. I want to explain how I feel within this quote. Denzel Washington said, "Do not confuse movement with progress." And that's exactly how I felt when it came to Modern Warfare 2. Full circle. I had went from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in a couple of months. And then a couple of months later, I got to 200,000 subscribers, right? Massive success. And then it felt full circle because I shot myself in the foot because I didn't enjoy what I was doing. And I remember sitting in the hospital bed just a couple of weeks ago, actually a month ago around this point. I remember sitting in that hospital bed thinking and reflecting on all of that stuff, going into this new year with Call of Duty in a game that does nothing for their consumers. Absolutely nothing. Activision it's got to be the worst company for customer support, for consumer satisfaction out there in the world, right? I don't know enough companies to say that, but if I had to put my money on it, I'm throwing Activision in the ring. I want you guys to think about everything that's happened since Call of Duty and Warzone, specifically Modern Warfare 2019, and Warzone came into play up until where we are right now and how terribly they've mismanaged the game by allowing multiple studios every single year to have a hand in the game, not separating Warzone and putting it into its own title, the lack of audio, the lack of an effective anti-cheat. Remember, the anti-cheat didn't even come out for a couple of years. We were dealing with the abysmal myriad number of hackers that we're dealing with right now in Warzone Ranked for years. And now they give us Ricochet anti-cheat with a great promo video saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. This is going to be great. You know, we hear you, community. They came out this long post, made it super dramatic. And then the company got butt fucked, literally, by a bunch of scrubs who probably are working out of their basement and have developed some sort of, like, the amount or the power that hackers have nowadays to be able to boot somebody specifically from a game, or to be able to crash an entire lobby, to be able to get under the map, or what, like, it's absurd at this point. And I remember thinking to myself, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I refuse to let my career die at the hands of a game, at the hands of something that I can't even control, the foundation of the game itself. I'll be frank, I actually kind of like Black Ops 6 and the integration. I like Omni movement, I do. I get it. It's a little much at times, right? I think it's a little too much, especially for a lot of the casual players, but I like it. I enjoy it. It's pretty good. It lets me stand out. I think it gives me like a myriad number of skills and things that I need to work on, like where I actually feel like I need to practice, but it doesn't matter anymore because I'm no longer playing against other people. I'm playing against Activision. I'm playing against the company that made the game. I got shadow banned 3 times in 1 month on my journey to get top 250. You guys probably saw it. I have 10 videos out on that whole journey. I wanted to die. I wanted to record all of it, but I couldn't because for weeks at a time, I'm getting shadow banned, and the only way that I can play are with people who have streamer mode, which means if you're not sucking Activision's dick, clout chasing, you have to sit there and just basically hold your hands and say, hey, if this is my source of income, I guess I'm screwed because Activision thinks I'm cheating. When the reality is you got mass reported by a hacker who can mass report. He can send any hacker now can send 100,000, or I think it's like 100 or 200 reports to one person and automatically get somebody shadow banned. It's absurd. And the fact that they haven't even acknowledged this problem I mean, it's like, you can't even sue for this. Could you imagine going in court and I'm just like, Your Honor, this company, they made a video game and there's hackers in the video game and they're ruining the game. Like, what do you say? What do you even do? It's a video game. You just gotta sit there and suck it up. It's crazy. And now I'm sitting in this hospital bed thinking to myself, there's no way that I can repeat what happened to me, or what I did to myself, I should say, in Modern Warfare 2, where I sat there and I guess you can say destroyed the community that I built by not, one, being entertaining, by not putting out content, by having a bad attitude. When the truth is, every time I come in here, I set up my stream, I want to make sure that you guys enjoy it. From the personality, from the dialogue, from the communication I have with you guys, from the actual gameplay itself. And it felt like at that point, you guys got none of that. There was really no reason for any of you guys to watch my streams. So for the few of you guys that still come in, or I'm getting a couple hundred, maybe like every stream, I might like get on average, maybe like at one point I might have 40 or 50 people, which I'm blessed to have. But for the few of you guys that are still around, what kind of disservice is that? What kind of disservice is that? It's absurd that you guys will put all that time and money and effort, and I'm sitting here folding my hands, oh, this game sucks, blah, 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 crying, bitching, and moaning. And at a certain point, I'm really good at taking accountability, but at a certain point, it's like, how much of this is really my fault? People will say all the time, like, I get it, like, oh, if you hate the game, why don't you just play a different game? Like, oh, great, that works perfect in theory, but am I going to change around my entire channel? All 200,000 subscribers are suddenly going to be like, oh, well, Robbeezzy's going to be playing Fortnite now, when the entire channel was based around my skill. It's like, to do that with Fortnite, you know how long it would take me to get that good at Fortnite like I am in COD? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm kind of wrapping my head around all these different ideas, all these different pathways. I'm even on ChatGPT, like, what should I do for, you know, blah, blah, blah in this problem? You know what I mean? Just like kind of brainstorming and stuff. And it's just funny, the ideas and the lengths that I kind of come up with to think like, there's no way that I can repeat what happened in Modern Warfare 2 to what's happening now. To the point where like, I can't even, the audio is dog shit. I'm facing hackers. And when I'm not facing hackers, they're going to hack on me, report me, even though I'm a legitimate player. And I just got to sit there and suck it up. GG's, G fucking G's. That's it.
I'm just zipping up on it.
Alright, well, close the gap on.
I'm trying to, but I just have air.
No, you just fucking got
shadowed again.
I'm shadow banned, going back to the shadow realm. I can't even play, can't make any content for you guys. I had to cut that whole, the whole top 250 journey short. It's like, I can only post 10 videos because I can't play. So what else am I gonna do? And now, if I don't have streamer mode, or if I don't have somebody who can actually play streamer mode with me, I might not even get top 250. And the fact that I got top 250 after the hackers, after the shadow bans, after all of the dev errors, it's the most unenjoyable experience. For those of you that were there when I was the first person to solo queue, from bronze to iridescent, it was one of the most unenjoyable experiences I've ever had playing video games. However, it was rewarding. So top 250 this season, I finally got it. I was able to finish, season 1 with top 250, great, hoorah. But it's like, at that point, did I even really earn it? People couldn't even play because they were shadowed. Was I really top 250, or was like 1,000 other really good players just shadowed? Pros, people who played it and made it to LAN. And to top it off, did you guys know that from World Series of Warzone, Biffle, Shifty, and Hisoka never got paid? Never got paid. $100,000 each, and they never got paid. They're like one, that's one team out of, I want to say like 20 that haven't gotten any money back.
Do you understand how big a $1 billion company puts up a tournament for $1.2 million? And that tournament was hosted in September. That's 4 or 5 months now and they haven't gotten paid? From a $1 billion company? Like, this is just one, these are just a couple of the examples, bro. I'm getting killed under the map. I'm dev-erroring left and right. I'm getting shadow banned 3 times in 1 month. It's the same meta for God knows how long. And fuck me, it sounds like I'm bitching, but it's just the truth. Like, it's the truth. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, at that point, what can you do? And I get it. There's gonna be haters out there like, oh, typing at your keyboard like, oh, Robbeezzyy, you're just bitching, bro. You fell off, blah, blah, blah. Like, sure, fine. Thanks for the engagement. I appreciate it. Make sure to watch the ads for the ad revenue. But I'm being completely honest, bro. Like, this is out of genuine love. I love this game. I love what it did for my life, my career, the amount of money that I've been able to make just by playing. But now the direction that it's going in makes me reevaluate everything. Like, holy, like, does it even make sense? Does it even make sense to keep playing this game? And you as a consumer, you're getting scammed. 15 years ago, when I was a kid, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and when games used to come out on the disc, you had to insert that shit in a fucking Xbox or in a PlayStation. Most of you guys probably don't know about that now. Everything's digital. But when you had to insert that into an Xbox, like, you had one physical copy and that was it. There were no updates. There were no add-ons. There's no bundles and stuff. Like, all that stuff came maybe like 2015, 2016, I want to say. But before that, they had to give it their best shot. So it made sense for a company to put their best foot forward and deliver a game that's robust and delivers the best possible experience. So that the next year, it's not just one giant hype train where they hire a bunch of creators to go out to Vegas or DC or LA for one giant powwow. And these creators who aren't even getting paid, by the way, have to act fake hype about it, like, oh my god, this is the best game ever. They come out with a cool trailer, some marketing, bada bing, bada boom. Then Activision comes out and says, we're listening to the community, and you get actual feedback from a developer for like 1 week, and then boom, you pay your $70, your $100, and they got you for the year. They already have everything, and all they have to do is recycle some Nicki Minaj and Snoop Dogg skins, and we eat that shit up like fucking dogs. It's fucking pathetic. And you want to know what the worst part about it is? I can't even blame Activision, bro. They're just like, the job of the company and the job that they have as executives, especially to their external stakeholders, is to make money. And they've been doing that at your expense and at my expense and at the expense of my fucking hairline. You guys see I cut my hair? You think I wanted to do this shit? Fuck no. This game made me go bald. I'm fucking graying and I'm 27. Holy shit. So at some point, as a consumer, you gotta be pissed off enough to be like, yo, fuck this game. I don't even want to play it anymore. I don't see that happening at all with the Call of Duty community at any point. However, as a content creator, I will say to myself that I'm confident enough in my ability to entertain people, not just within the lens of the game itself and being competitive and playing against other people at the highest level. I genuinely believe I can go to Fortnite or Apex and probably within a year, I can say if I really practice, I can 100% put myself on that stage. But I can see how detrimental that would be to streams. I can see how detrimental that would be to my channel. And it makes no sense to do it on my main channel. So really, I have to start from ground zero. And I'm actually okay with that. I'm not even just now. I'm actually excited about that. Because for the first time in a couple of years, I feel super challenged. I feel that nervousness of going into a major exam or a major job interview thinking like I have a lot riding on the line. And I know that for a fact I can do that. And I'm excited about it. So right now we have 2 channels. We have the no commentary channel where I just post high kill gameplays. And for those of you that are interested, you've already been subscribed to that one. I'm going to post the links for that one down below. I have my main channel where I will still be making Call of Duty content. And as for the streams, I will still be streaming Call of Duty and Warzone content. But I think it's time for me to start utilizing everything that I have in terms of my personality, in terms of my engagement with my community, and that desire to make that happen, and my consistency and discipline, and put that in the direction that I feel like would put my talent's best foot forward. With that being said, I'm going to create a whole new channel that I'm going to link down below. Not sure what the name is going to be, probably more Robbeezzyy, but I wanted to ask you guys as chat too, kind of get your opinions like what a new name for a channel would be, or I could just completely rebrand to a different channel, but I won't do that. It's going to be more Robbeezzyy or something along those lines. And I'm going to start playing more games on stream. For those of you guys that have been around for a couple of years now, you've stuck around because you fucking love me. And I get that. And I love you too. I mean, I genuinely enjoy all the interactions that I have, within reason, of course, with the people that come through my chat and engage with me on a day-to-day basis. Or for those of you guys that are in my Discord asking like, yo, when's the next stream, bro? Like, when are you gonna play again, man? I miss seeing you stream. Like, that shows me that like there was a lot more to it in the relationship that I built with my community than just me going out there dropping 30, 40, 50 kills a game. And that to me means so much that there really isn't any way for me to thank you in a tangible way that would actually equate to how much I actually feel about the community that has supported me to where I am today. So I will be creating a new channel on top of the 2 channels we have. I'll still be playing Call of Duty, but with all due respect to the game, it's dog shit. I'm not going to keep supporting it. I'm not going to put money into it, especially if it does no favors to me in the long run. It's especially for my career. And I'm okay with losing. I'm okay with the comments of people saying that you fell off, where you used to have 500 people in your chat at one time, and now, you know, you were hacking a World Series of Warzone with your teammates and you got caught. And now, you know, you're only averaging 30 people in your stream at what point? And I'm okay with that, as long as I don't roll over and just fucking take it like a good boy. I refuse to be somebody who gave up on themselves as opposed to moving on to a new thing. Like this idea of failure of like, oh, you only fail when you quit. Well, shit, you can quit and move on to something better. I mean, shit, didn't Michael Jordan technically quit playing baseball? The motherfucker was a 6-time champion and the greatest player of all time, debatably. So with that being said, I'm excited to go into this next chapter. And for those of you guys that are still watching up until this point in the video, I'm making this video not because I just wanted to vent and express my frustrations, because I could have done that at really any point in the past like 30 to 60 days since I've been shadow banned a couple of times. But I'm making this video because I feel like, as my audience, or for those of you guys that are still around and still watch my videos and still watch my content, I feel like you guys deserve it to understand why it is I hate this game so much, the problems with the game. I guess you can say the biggest problems, right? There's a number of problems, but I mean, I guess you can say the biggest problems, and the redundancy within that. And I wanted to make a video as opposed to just making another post on YouTube community posts where I'm just giving you guys a long spiel about, oh, the game sucks, I'll be back, blah, 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 blah. Like, I want you guys to understand, I'm not just doing this for the fuck of it or for attention. It's the truth. Like, I don't like what I'm doing. I have to figure out a new path, and I want all of you guys to be there along with me. And if for whatever reason you're not, hey, I fucking love you all the more, man. I appreciate you guys sticking by, for being here, for all the support. I don't care if you're here for 1 minute, for 1 hour, for 10,000 hours, man. Like, all of the support to me means the exact same in my heart, man. I genuinely mean that. Because without you, I'm just another motherfucker playing video games. Just staring at the screen, talking to an empty chat with no opportunities, and I can only thank you guys for that. So at this point, Call of Duty is probably as stale as it's possibly ever been. I'm still gonna make content around it, right? But I'm gonna start a new channel, and when those streams start up, which I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. When those streams start up again, I want to have a more specific and rigid schedule that I'm going to give to you guys, because I don't want to like stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but like I don't feel like streaming Thursday unless something emergency happens, right? I want you guys to know and count on like, hey, BZ's going to be there, like my favorite TV show, so I can watch him on this day or that day, and then we can go from there, right? But when it comes to the streams, I want to start multi-streaming. I'm going to be on Twitch, YouTube, Kick. I'll probably do YouTube Shorts and TikTok still, but I'm probably going to have to make updates to my PC before I can do that. So when that time comes, I'll let you guys know. But from now on, I don't want my streams to be lackluster, lack of energy. I don't want my streams to be boring. I want to communicate and engage with you guys more. That includes via Discord. That includes having community nights. But it's up to me to make better content, to keep you guys engaged. It's not your job to come and see me. It's my job to keep you here and trap you forever. I'm gonna keep moving forward. I've already explained to you guys my issues with Call of Duty, my few issues, the major issues as it pertains to what it is right now, but there's really no reason for me to be fully invested in that. So when streams start up, I'm gonna let you guys know as soon as possible. But as of right now, when that time comes, I'll be playing multiple games on stream. I have so many different ideas that I want to bring to life. Some of those ideas include Call of Duty, but I'm not going to put, you know, all of my eggs in one basket, especially starting now, going into 2025. But I do have a lot of moving pieces in my actual life, which means, you know, I got promoted recently, so I have a little bit more responsibility at work. I'm going to be moving to a different crib relatively soon, probably like in the next like month or something. So because of all those moving parts, I can't commit to those streams as of right now, but going forward I will. But I just thought I should make this video. I know it's been going on for 25 minutes now, but much love, peace, blessings. I'll keep in touch with you guys, and if you guys want to follow those new channels that I was telling you about, the no commentary and the more Robbeezzyy channel that's going to be coming up relatively soon, I'm going to leave those links down below. Much love. Holla at you guys later. Peace.